Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to today's gratitude and affirmation practice. Thank you so much for being here. I almost feel like I'm in like some sort of weird club thing. We've got blue lights over there, and I needed to turn blue lights over there, and then I needed to turn my car light on because otherwise you guys would not be able to see me. And with the wind and everything, oh my, yeah, definitely need to do something about my hair. But anyways, hello. I would say for the next couple of days, probably don't expect outside videos. So indoor, it's cold. There's not a lot of nature. It's industrial. I don't know why I just found a bruise on myself. When did I do that? Anyways. So, number one, gratitude. Grateful I got myself food. I think I was running low. I'm tired. I didn't really sleep well last night. It took me a little bit to get to sleep, and then I passed out for a good amount of time. But then, woke up really early. Number two, grateful I went and got groceries. I just didn't have it in me to cook tonight, so we got this food. Gonna go back, gonna call my aunt after this. Number three, grateful I'm gonna call my aunt. I did talk to John yesterday, briefly, and it was so funny because I called him up on the phone, and I was like, are you good? Are you okay? He goes, oh yeah, I'm just tired. And at the end of the conversation, like, I can just tell because I've known him a long time. I just felt like I was getting the corporate speak, when you're just, like, you're saying something, but you're not really saying something, you're not really all there. And so at the end of the conversation, I was like, okay, this is, like, the third time this has happened. I think it's time for me to go. So I'm like, all right. I was like, well, I'm going to get off the phone and let you go to sleep. Nothing. Crickets. And I'm like, and then another 30 seconds goes by and he goes, oh, shoot. He's like, I think I was dozing off there. And I was like, yeah. Good night. I will talk to you later. So, that was my call with him yesterday. It lasted a grand total of like 15 minutes. Number 4 for the day. Oh my gosh, the doggos are so cute. And so it's been a bonus highlight of my day. It's 2 super cute doggos. And there's 2 cats, but the doggos are really cute. 5. Another productive day at work. I love solving problems, and it just feels really good to continue to move forward and grow. And I'll have to say that's another gratitude for me just in my personal life too. Really getting things done and taken care of. So it also feels good to be on top of that as well. Also, got to all the comments on the videos yesterday. There's a few emails I need to catch up on tonight, but I mean, aside from that, we are working through things. I did find out that my heat is not blowing through my vents of my car. So that's something I'm going to need to take care of. I'll have to tell my dad. Maybe there's some, I looked it up. There's a couple different things that I can double check, but I'm going to talk to my dad and see what he recommends, and maybe we can troubleshoot, I don't know, in the next couple of weeks or something. 7 for the day. You know what? Actually, no, that's going to be the message of the day, but I will say, very grateful that I have kept on it throughout the day, and am really paying attention to when my energy depletes, what I need, how I can better serve myself, because that allows me to more easily serve others, which will tie into the gratitude. Number 8, super grateful for a warm house. It is cold. Let's see, what is the temperature right now? 46 degrees. Dang, I knew it was cold. I didn't realize it was that cold. I was thinking like high 50s, maybe very low 60s, but 46 degrees. It is cold. It's been rainy. Actually, I think this is the first day where it hasn't rained. It's a rainy weekend. So, it was 8. We'll do 8 again, even if it was 8 for the day. You know, it's so cold that I don't have to go anywhere tomorrow. I got groceries. Oh, number 8, if I didn't say this, I got groceries this morning. I was productive starting out my day. I don't have to do that tomorrow, and it's going to be really nice just to chill, do a couple of things that I need to do. This week is a week where I'm just really going to commit to myself and hunker down and do that. So, actually, we did have a couple like really positive things happen today. My expense report got approved through work, so that is a number 9. Amazing. Transferred, we're talking about catching up on things. So financially, transferred money to one of my other accounts, my business account. That went through today. Don't have to worry about that. Another thing to check off on the list. Still waiting on my tax return, and we're waiting to see what happens with the car. But the car, I think I put it in my phone. I think there's a couple more days that I have before I'm going to reach out for that one. But yeah, we're getting things checked off, wrapped up. So those are 2 gratitudes. Number 10 for the day. 10 for the day is going to be really looking forward to getting back to nature. I don't think this week, like I said, it's going to be a nature-filled week. However, really looking forward to that coming up, and I think it's going to be really nice. Thought of another couple of things when it comes to getting a house, what I want when that time comes. I really just like open concepts of the kitchen and the living room. There's something about it that just really makes me feel good. I don't really like having the kitchen separated. I don't know why, but for most places, I think for my place, it bothers me. So know that now. I also now know if I'm living somewhere that has an old feel to it, it has to be a specific type of old feel, and it has to be integrated with nature. Like in my brain, it just has to make sense, I don't like industrial feel. And so certain states, like Richmond, Virginia, so I used to go all the way down there growing up all the time. Not necessarily to Richmond, but around there, a different city around there, where my grandparents lived. They lived in Williamsburg. And I just was never a fan. I've been to other cities that had an industrial feel, and I think that works for some people, and it can be cool. It can be very artsy. It is not for me. There's not enough nature. It doesn't feel, I think what it is it doesn't feel natural enough. Not to say that really any building is natural, but there are certain places where the buildings integrate better into nature, and I'm just such an outdoor person. I don't think industrial is for me. But adding to the list. So yeah. Anyways, those are my gratitudes. Message of the day is going to be, I kind of have 2 for you guys. So the first is a continuation off of the physical that we were doing. Remember how I said that first I was working with my shoulders, because we tend to like kind of do one of these. It's not this where you're putting your neck forward, but I mean, can't really see because I have a jacket on, but we tend to like raise our shoulders. But ever since that I've been working, really putting emphasis on my shoulders a couple days ago, I'm able to, it feels better having them down. Like they're starting to settle into a more natural state. Then after my shoulders, it was rolling them back a little bit. When you're trying to correct your posture, a lot of times people think that it's chest going forward, and it's not. It's think about like you're taking your shoulders and you're rolling them. Like think like you're holding a towel. When you twist a towel, whatever hand is going back, that's the sensation that you want. And so it's sometimes I find it helpful to bring my shoulder forward and then just roll it back and like press it down. But I'm still working on that one, but the interesting one that happened between yesterday and today, after I got that to a point where I can kind of quickly realign myself, on my left side, the neck muscle, it has been so tweaked. And I'm driving today, and I realize how I always have a tendency to lean left. That is, I don't know if I ever told you guys. So there's a way to find out, what is that muscle? You have a dominant fight or flight muscle, like a muscle that specifically triggers you to be in fight or flight. And mine is on my left side. And so Stacy, the massage therapist that I met, she did this test where you are lying down on your back and you put your arms straight up, over your head, and she'll lengthen them and pull, and then you kind of like put your hands together above your head like this, and she'll bring them up. And then whatever fingers starting out are, above, that is, I think the fingers that are below are your dominant muscle. So even just doing that, like my dominant side is my left side. And what that means is, and I've started learning, and I think that's why I always lean left. It's, it's more protective. When you want to protect yourself, you curve in, you cave in on yourself. So I've been paying very close attention to my hips, and then especially with like my left side all worked up. It was interesting though, because my right hip had so much trouble releasing itself. And so I've been working on that and consciously releasing that today. However, the other big thing is, where is it going with this? I learned that I have a tendency to like curve from the middle of my back, even if it's slightly. And so in the car today, I just straightened a little bit. I pushed it wasn't even like I did anything with my back so much as I pushed my hip kind of in the other direction. And boy, did that take care of that real quick. Because remember, your body is crossed. So if anything's happening with this dominant side, it's going to be this lower half. And then if anything's happening with this upper side, it's going to be this lower half. So remember that and start stretching it out, and you should, I have so much relief just by doing that. So that's gonna be the next thing I give you. So once you get to the point where your shoulders are kind of rolling, or you're able to easily correct that, take a look at like how you're leaning, but move, just shift your hips, and then you'll feel your spine either align properly or not, and then you'll figure out which side you need to shift your hips a little bit. So anyways, that is half of the message of the day. The other half is going to be, remember how I told you guys that, I think this was last week, where I said that you don't actually go backwards in your healing journey, even though it seems like you are going back to places that you've already worked through. I heard another person that I follow on Instagram say the same thing. She was talking about it like, well, you've leveled up, and so because you've leveled up, you're, as long as you're always committed to your growth, you're never going back. It's impossible. And so that was kind of cool to hear someone else talk about it the same way. So just remember, if you feel like you've made all this progress and you're feeling super good about yourself and something happens and then you feel exactly the same, like you feel like you've made no progress at that point, don't worry, you have. Think about it that you are viewing it from a different perspective, and there's probably still things to work on. So while it might seem that you're in the same situation that you were, it's actually not true, and you're probably working on a different component. So, and recognize all the ways that it's different too. I had a few situations over the weekend where it just felt so similar. I've been there so many times in my life, and I had to give myself props because I was like, you know what? Here are the small ways that I do know that I'm acting in a different way, more in alignment with myself. And while it doesn't feel good, like it feels super similar, it's not a same situation. We've grown, we've got boundaries, we've got standards. So hold your boundaries, hold your standards. Anyways, so that is the message of the day. And now affirmation time. Number 1, as always, I'm divinely guided and supported. I can ask for help whenever I need it. I humbly ask for help today. Number 2, I love myself deeply, fully, and completely. Number 3, miracles and blessings are a common occurrence and can be seen throughout my day. I love to see them. I deeply desire more. Number 4, I allow myself to be healed and healthy. Number 5, I'm not going to stress. Everything is being worked out for my ultimate good. Many, many, many blessings and abundance is coming my way, and I am here and open and willing to receive. Number 6, I'm a person that everything works out for easily, quickly, effortlessly, in my highest favor, and for the good of all. Number 7, tomorrow's a brand new day, fresh start, and we can start again in this present moment. Number 8 for the day. I allow myself to exist in life unburdened, under no obligation or expectation from myself or others, and I can just be in fun and play. 9, I have infinite possibilities, and that goes for solutions too. I have infinite solutions, and I choose what is most fun, exciting, nourishing, healthy, loving, for the good of all, and exciting. And 10 for the day. What a beautiful day to be alive. Let's claim the day, our accomplishments, our experiences, what we want to have happen. Appreciate the fact that we are powerful co-creators, and enjoy the present moment. Guys, this practice, if you are not having a great day, I tell you by the end of it, as you are saying these things to yourself, as you are appreciating the things that did work out in your day, it just puts you back in such a state of peace and ease. But that is all for today, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Also, I got to all the comments. If you guys comment tonight, I probably won't get to it because there are a few other things that I want to do. And I'm striving for an earlier bedtime, way earlier, to get some sleep and to prep myself for tomorrow. So, love you guys. What are you grateful for? What are you affirming? How's your week going? Or have you gotten a chance to go out in nature? Let me know. All right. Bye, everyone.